Hey.
How you doing?
Check our volume.
Testing.
Over now.
Testing.
Do the code.
Testing. Hey. Good evening, recovery.
Good
Good evening.
What's happening out there?
Gosh, Brandy.
What's happening, guys? Brandy, you all right over there?
Yeah, I thought I was
choked up.
dying, but
Oh,
you were on broccoli.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
No more Red Bull for Andrea. Everyone, you see her at the store buying Red Bull, just take it away from
I cannot
her.
believe you just outed me out at the
I did.
table.
I had to, Andrea. You were
Yeah, so it was supposed to be a good idea midday for Andrea to have a Red Bull. So some of the team members said, "Hey, this is going to help you, get through the day." And so I don't never ever drink energy drinks ever. And yeah, now I'm just kind of like, ugh. I don't like that kind of stuff.
No.
Do you guys drink that? Or
I
is
do.
this a regular?
Yeah, I do.
I do the
'cause,
5-hour energies when I'm really tired sometimes. But
Coffee?
Do they really work though?
I don't
I've
drink
never really
coffee
done
or
them.
anything like that. Mountain Dew.
Welcome to the show, Jeremy.
Oh, hi,
Jeremy is like new to the table, right?
Yep.
how long have you been in recovery?
Let's see. 8
Come
more
on,
days
I
will be
forgot to
11
go over
months.
the instructions with
pull
you.
that mic up.
Yeah, we kind of come to the mic.
Yeah,
Come-
8 days will be 11 months.
Oh, it's awesome.
Congrats.
Hit the button.
Yep.
Thank you.
11 months.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
So what happened with you to get
Um,
you like there to 11 months? That's a big deal.
That little guy sitting in the corner over there.
Oh, yay.
He moved
That's
in with
awesome.
he moved in with me, and that changed everything.
Wow. That's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what, like, of course, like you got him into your space and then you were like, I'm going to wake up. Did that happen like overnight? Like you did it on your own then? You didn't have to.
I
do
I
anything?
deleted Facebook, Messenger. I didn't talk to anybody for like 6 months. Just cut everybody out that
Good
was
for you.
bad in my life.
Good for you. That's awesome. I'm so
Mhm.
proud of you. Congratulations on 11 months.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a that's a
you.
great
Yeah.
great accomplishment.
Almost 1 year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
makes 90 days for me and Timmy.
Yes, that's awesome. Christy, that's big for you
Mhm.
guys
I
too.
know.
Yeah. You guys, your sobriety date is on my granddaughter's birthday.
Yes.
So that's a big deal.
Yes.
How's volume out there? Is anybody out there to like tell me? Y'all check that out for me because trauma from 50 some minutes of us recording one time and us not knowing the volume wasn't on. How was your day? Let's start that out with that. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Explain it.
Pretty boring.
What did you do?
Timmy came and picked me up. We went and got Christy's ID. Watched him do a tattoo, and
Yeah.
and-
Did you get an ID too?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Like how's these accomplishments like in your life?
it's a big ease off my shoulders just because like picking up prescriptions for my son's medicine, you have to have an ID,
Mhm.
and the less I have to go through my ex-wife, the better.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's good though. I mean, that's little accomplishments, little steps.
Mhm.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Christy, how was your day?
It was really good. Very good. Yeah.
Fill us in. Tell me.
Work's going good.
Yeah.
Some days are long and boring, but
Yeah.
I gotta set my pace a little bit better. Brandy taught me how to set my
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're learning about boundaries and how
And I
to
got-
set those.
And I got my ID today, and that felt good because I haven't had an ID in quite some time. And
Yeah.
just those little things, like you said, it makes a difference. Like
yeah.
just getting there back in life.
Pretty soon
back
it'll be
to
driver's license.
I know,
And-
right?
And you don't
I
look like
can't-
you have a toupee on your head.
No, I look like I'm
Stop.
smuggling walnuts in my jaws. Y'all.
Jeremy's inside joke. He thinks he looks like he has a toupee on.
Oh,
his
Christy told him that.
It does.
I
It looks
mean,
like-
he said it first. I was just agreeing. I mean,
Christy. That's awful.
I mean, it's okay. I look like I was smuggling walnuts in mine,
Oh
so
my
it's okay.
I look like a serial killer in mine.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Yeah. Or mugshot.
Stop. Brandy,
That's what we're used to.
Brandy, how are you doing? How's your day?
I'm doing fantastic. My day's good. I went to work, of course.
Yeah.
But my week's been good too.
How is your life going?
It's going great.
And you're coming up on how long?
The 5th was 7 months.
Wow,
proud of you, Brandy.
That
So
is
proud of you.
awesome for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And for you, that is like, is that the longest that you? I mean, you went through it before.
Yeah.
A
I
long
did.
time.
I did years without getting high, but then, it's been a while
Life.
since since I got this far. This, I haven't been this sober this long in quite a few years. So
Yeah, that's awesome. So proud of you.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of Brandy. She's my,
Yeah.
she's my.
I get to
the
see
big
Maddie
inspiration.
more,
Yeah.
Devin, and so
These are her children.
Yes.
So out there, you guys, yeah,
mhm, yep.
this is a big deal.
Yep.
Life, it's a big deal. We this past week we had Free Indeed on Tuesday night. Well, Celebrate Recovery was Monday night. That I didn't go to, but you guys did. It went well. I
It was very
heard.
good. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was very good.
And everything normal.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
The meetings are always good.
yeah.
I
They
do.
really are.
I do enjoy going.
and they're
to them.
growing.
Yeah.
They're growing.
Yep.
Big
Free
time.
Indeed. This past week we had a big group discussion, and it went really, really, really well.
Mhm.
We try to we do keep what is being said in the rooms, which is always great. It's a very it's confidentiality, which is a beautiful thing. You can go in and you can talk, and we can be open. But the one beautiful thing about our table is that we can come in here and our table, and we can be real about what's going on in our personal lives and talk about it with you guys openly about addiction and recovery with our community and surrounding areas. And you guys get to get a look of what's going on in our lives and a taste of, reality. So with my life this past couple months, the reality is, like, addiction is hard. It's a daily choice every day to stay sober, and the reality is, even though for me, going into it's coming up on 5 years December, but even with that time of no hard drugs, it's still hard, and it's still a choice, and I still have bad days, and knowing that I have my community and a good support system behind me on those bad days makes all the difference now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Back 5 years ago when I first started the journey, we didn't have, what we have now.
Right now.
So we're
Most definitely
growing. Our community's getting so much better, and just to have the resources that we have now, it's so much better. Personally, my battle's been, I've been trying to explore new jobs. I've been going for interviews and trying to land jobs in what I went to school for, which is psychology, addiction, and recovery, and trying to get counseling positions or just jobs in that field. And some of the things that I've learned in my journey is, when I go in for my interviews, I feel like I'm being judged as soon as I walk in. Now, this could be something that I am experiencing, like I'm going through
Right.
in my head.
Right.
So I'm trying to, like, work on Andrea as I go in on these interviews. And but I'm not getting these jobs. So clearly it's something that, maybe it's a stigma that we're facing. I feel like we still got the stigma in the county that we got.
I think God's got a
Yeah.
better and bigger plan for you anyway.
Obviously so.
Amen.
I mean, obviously so. And
Because
we're
I would
working on
much
that.
rather go and seek a counselor that has been through what you've been through and what I've been through,
Yeah.
but we have something that, as opposed to someone that don't know nothing about it.
Absolutely.
That just looks at you and judges
Yeah,
you.
because you can't
Yeah.
until you've been there, you can't understand.
Well, here's the beautiful thing about it. Even though I don't have that paid position with, the locals here. I'm just going to throw the names out there, the Northwestern or the locals with the jailhouse or anything like that. I have right here at home, just today alone, we've had 4 people reach out here at the house of people who wanting help. And they're reaching out to us here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show, like, it's more to it. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Right.
Than me going out here and just getting a job under somebody else.
Right.
The Lord is wanting to use me for something way more than what I'm
Something way
out here
bigger.
applying
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
So I know that there is more to it. It's just it sucks, man. That I
You just got to be patient.
Right.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So what sucks about it, though, is that stigma of, like, that we want to try to break, but we're just going to have to do it on our own.
Yeah.
And what it means is we're going to just keep on pushing for our nonprofit that we want.
Mhm.
We're going to work on it on our own. Because I would much rather, like I said with you guys earlier in the week, when we have our one-on-one counseling sessions together here in the house, I'd much rather sit down and have our one-on-ones with when we're in recovery
Mhm.
together,
Yeah.
and we understand each other and work through it
Mhm.
and plow through this thing together, than to go out here and try to understand it with somebody who really just don't get it.
No.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard.
It
Yeah,
is.
you would
Unless
think-
they were an addict or directly affected by it, they don't know.
Yeah. It's a
And they
very
look at you. Everybody is so judgmental. I mean, not everybody. Don't let me rephrase that. Most people are so judgmental that hasn't had addiction or hasn't been through that lifestyle. And you know what I
yeah
mean? And then they look at you like you're a monster or you're this such bad person. But we're all human.
yeah.
We're all
I feel like
different.
God will
You know what
humble
I mean?
them.
Right.
He
Oh,
will.
in some way,
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
gotta pray for them. I mean that's all you really can do is pray for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, in some way, because let me tell you, before, before the hard drugs did come into my life, I did have that phase in my life where I looked down on people.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought I had it all together at one point in my life when I had 3 houses that I owned and I had the best of the best vehicles
Right.
with my husband at that time. And but I had to go through that stage of life where kicked down, humbled me like to the core.
right.
Yeah.
People, you got to watch
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
what you say and what you do and how you treat people because you will get humbled. And the ones who put people down, you got to watch because it might not happen right now, but over the years, it could happen to your child. It could happen to you. I didn't
Yeah.
think it would ever happen to me.
Right. No,
Yeah.
Never,
me either.
ever.
I was totally against drugs at one time.
Me
I'm not
too.
gonna lie. I hated. I mean, like I didn't hate people for them, but I just hated how they did people. And then, of course, years later, there I was doing the same thing,
Yeah.
in their shoes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And then I remember even putting mothers down for leaving their children.
Yep.
I remember even saying that, like, how
Yep.
could they leave their children?
And then,
Yeah.
And
then
then
it all happens. Yeah.
how in the world? Isn't
I
it
know.
something how life is?
Yeah.
Like how that can happen to you. So you got to watch your words for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our discussion today is conviction. We want to talk about conviction. So like it's funny how back when we were in active addiction, how like you didn't like for me, and I'm sure you guys felt the same thing. When you were in active addiction, you didn't have no conviction at all.
No,
Mhm.
Right?
No
Like,
cut
no
cards.
cares. Yeah, no cares in the
No.
world at
When
all.
you were out there doing your thing, it was
Nope.
just like you doing your thing, and then that's what's up.
Yep,
Like,
that's all he was worried about.
tell me
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
selfish.
I was gonna say,
It's-
yeah,
and-
You
yeah.
don't care. You don't care who you hurt or
Right.
what you're doing, as long as you get your fix when
Yeah.
you're in a.
You have that one.
yeah.
That
And
one
you'll tell any
mindset.
lie,
You'll-
manipulate, whatever. Tell anybody what they want to hear to do it.
Yep.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
you had that one thing on your mind and that was it. But now that our lives are changing on the daily and we're trying to do right, it's like when you do that one thing wrong,
You
How do
definitely
you
feel
feel?
it. Yeah, yeah. You
Well,
definitely
we
feel
were
it.
just talking about this at the table.
Yeah, we
like,
was.
Yeah, how when I lie now,
Brandy, you don't
even if
lie at
it's this, I don't now,
I
but
know.
like when I
if you
like,
do,
it-
like
like
if you do,
when someone like will ask me to cover for them,
Yeah,
or something small, it won't even be. I won't even. I don't tell lies,
Right.
but when someone says, "Hey, don't say this or tell this person this," tell them I'm here.
right.
Like I'm like,
like a house lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We live
Yeah.
by strict rules here at the house.
yeah,
So if one of the girls looks and says, Brandy, tell Andrew,
yeah,
tell
and
Andrea
I'm
this.
I'm like,
You're froze when it comes
yeah,
down.
because I don't like because Andrew will look at me and go, you know what I mean? like I just don't like because I don't lie for me, so I don't want to lie for someone else.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I ain't gonna volunteer the information, but I definitely don't want to be put in a
Right,
position.
put in
to,
the-
to
yeah,
lie.
have
Well, that's
to.
called conviction, Brandy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
what I
like,
mean. Like
you
I
know?
feel it. Like I
Yeah.
do. I feel it. Like even the smallest thing, it's like, oh God.
You know, and it's crazy. I was thinking today, like how we were talking about conviction. I used to tell my kids all the time, "Mommy's, I'll be there at a certain time." And I was thinking today at work, and I kind of got emotional at work. But looking back now, that I feel that, like even years later, like I promised them I was going to be there and never went. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now when I tell them I'm going to be there, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
Like it's a mission.
Oh,
You
yeah,
say
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but I look back on it and I just
We
I'm like,
all did
wow,
that.
why
Everybody.
That's
what
the
was
past.
I know,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? Just thinking about, like you were talking about conviction. Like here lately, I haven't had anything like to be be convicted of because I've been doing everything right. I feel like
You feel like
I
you're
got a
holding,
job, I
holding
got
down
a-
your
you know,
word.
I'm in recovery. I'm here. I got routine every day.
You
I
have
love
your
it.
kids a lot.
Yes, I have my kids a lot.
Yeah, that's
now.
right.
But back in the day, I would tell them, Mommy's coming or I'll be there to pick you up tomorrow. And I never showed up. So I feel like now I'm not like I feel guilty about it. But you know what I mean? Like the Lord's telling me, like, Christy, you messed up then. Don't mess up now.
Yeah,
get what I'm
that's
saying?
beautiful.
It's
baby.
weird. Yeah. I was thinking about that work today. I'm sorry.
No,
What about you? What
Yeah.
do you deal with conviction in any in life?
All the time. I try to be as honest as I can be with my son that lives with me, but he's brutally honest, and sometimes that's not exactly the best way to be. Sometimes it's like his situation at the rec center here recently. He speaks his mind, and he's got to learn to bite his lip sometimes and just not
Mhm.
say anything instead of saying the wrong thing or
Yeah.
or saying a lie to cover for so he doesn't get in trouble. But with him, it just flies out, and I'm bad for that. I'm brutally honest. Somebody asks me something, if you don't like the answer, I'm sorry you don't like the answer, but I'm going to give you what I think about it.
Right.
And with him, it's hard for me to sugarcoat things to where it comes out right sometimes, and then he ends up in repeating it or something, and it ends up into a bad situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, brutally honest. I mean, I get that a lot too
Yeah,
with my
you are.
situations. I am too.
yeah.
Yeah. People
Andrew,
will.
if she'll tell you if you don't like it, then sorry.
Yeah, it is really bad. And we
You don't
usually-
do it to hurt nobody's
I
feelings.
never
No, she
ever
doesn't.
want to
No,
hurt
no, no,
anyone's
no,
feelings,
no,
but
no.
it is because I want people to do that to me too. I
Yeah.
want people like when I do something wrong, like look at me and say, "Hey, Andrea, you have got to like tighten up." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because that's what I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. Now, for with conviction for me, like I've even taken it to the next level in life. Like I've went as far as like saying like uh the sexual no sex before marriage, this and that, like doing these huge commitments and then just like doing wrong and then like, oh my God, what have I done? Like my life's over, but we're human.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're on the potter's wheel. That's what we got to remember. We are on the potter's wheel. And we're going to make these huge mistakes but when we are feeling these convictions now, what a difference.
most
Like,
definitely.
because honey, 5, 7, 10 years ago,
You would.
I would have never even felt a thing.
Me
So
neither.
it is a beautiful
Right.
thing that the Lord's
I wouldn't
working.
even have realized I even done wrong.
And
Me
we,
neither.
the bad part of it, we wouldn't have spoke on it either. Like we wouldn't even care. But now
No.
that it takes a
Now-
lot that you can speak on it, you know what I mean, and feel
Yes,
that. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. I love the fact that I can just be honest, real, raw, tell people, hey, this is where we're at. This is where I messed up
Boundaries.
today. Yeah, set the boundaries with each person. Be like, hey, look, this is where I messed up today. This is where the boundaries are set today. This is where I'm changing at today. I might have messed up on that, but tomorrow is
Mhm.
going to be another
Different
day,
day,
and
yeah.
I'm changing that
Amen.
to this. And we're going to try again tomorrow to be a better person because I have the full mission in my life to be the best version of myself as possible.
Mhm.
Now, is it a everyday accomplishment?
Work in progress.
Yes,
Right,
it
yeah,
is
there
a
you go,
work in
yep.
progress, honey. It's not a perfection thing because none of us are perfect, but I'm trying my best to
And
be
you're-
the
we're
best.
proud
You
of
know what
you.
I'm saying? I'm proud of all of us. I think we're doing it
Yeah.
the best that we can. You know what I mean? With what we got.
It reminds me of when I used to be addicted to pain pills, and when I was clean for almost 2 years, I remember I relapsed, and I told a friend of mine, I was like, God, I messed up,
Mhm.
and he looks at me and he says, you recognize it though. He
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
when you do it and you use and you don't even realize you're doing wrong, then you got a problem again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
And that-
is
like,
really, that's real.
That
That's
was
an
that was
eye-opener.
Johnny. That was a friend of mine from years and years ago. And when he told me that stuck with me.
Yeah.
Like, and it's true because
is
when you
so
first
true.
relapse, like you realize, oh my God, I messed up. Then you keep doing it, and then it's no longer wrong.
No,
No.
because
Because
it's
you're
habit.
You're
It's like,
comfortable.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
who was talking about being comfortable?
Uh-huh,
Melissa. Is that her
Melissa.
name?
Yeah,
Melissa.
yeah.
You're
Impact
comfortable-
Ministries.
yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to you guys. Yeah.
Yes.
They send we got one of our girls that come out every Wednesday night from Impact and ministers here at the
And she's
at the house.
straight up too.
Yeah, I
what mean?
love her.
Yeah, me
She is
too.
straight up.
Yeah, she's like she said, when you get comfortable back in that mind state again. You know
Mhm.
what I
Well,
mean?
and it's like hard to. I think that we as women, especially, you probably too do. I'm sure. But like when we get comfortable, it's hard to change that,
Yeah.
and we'll stay in situations we know we shouldn't be in because we don't like change.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm.
Yeah. I'm bad
I
on
can't
that. Yeah.
stand
I was
change.
say, yeah, no.
I'm the same way. Like I worked every day for years and years. Like this is the longest I've been without full-time employment. But I was doing hard drugs every day while I was at work, but it didn't seem like a problem to me at the time because I was working every day and taking the kids to baseball and football and things they needed to go do.
Mhm.
Functional addict.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was still doing the drugs, and it didn't occur to me
It
that
didn't
I had a
seem like-
problem because
right.
I was taking care of everything else at the same time.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
responsibilities were being
Yeah.
taken care of.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of people.
I was like that
there's-
too for many years.
Me too.
Yeah.
And there's like a persona like that addicts are just homeless and this and that. But
Right.
no, there's
There's
so
actually
many
active
that
addicts.
use that we'd probably be floored if we knew.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Oh,
know?
honey,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We would be.
Yeah,
I'm sure-
there's
yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
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 I mean, so
High up in society, it does not discriminate at all.
No,
No.
You
not at
know, we
all.
have people in our society that are high up citizens that are users, that
my
are
old
active
GM
users
at one of my old jobs.
Yeah.
I mean,
in the
yeah,
nursing
I'm just like,
fields, in the
whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
doctoring fields, like whatever. They're
Mhm.
users are all over.
Yes.
And the thing that we need to really remember is that, or recognize, or like I would love to see is like we talked on one of our podcasts before, wouldn't it be a beautiful thing, no matter who you are, no matter what job title you hold, if you're in active addiction, to be able to walk in and say, I need help,
Yep.
and us be able to
No matter what you look like.
Yeah.
or what-
openly help them
Yeah.
Yeah.
without, judging or anything like
Yeah.
that. And have a system set up in place to where they wouldn't actually lose everything, neither their job, their home, their children, their life,
And
like
and
we
if
all
the-
have.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
don't have to be public with it either.
No.
Like
no,
we
You
can
know, like,
actually have
they're-
that door open to where they can actually get the help they need before
Yeah.
they lose everything.
And without
Yeah.
being judged.
Yeah.
Or or anybody looking at you like you're-
Discreetly too.
Yeah.
Or end
Some
up on
people-
the uncensored.
Oh
What is
my
that thing
gosh.
called?
Page
The
County
anonymous page,
Page
Page
whatever
County
it's called.
Yeah.
Uncensored.
I
That
call it
is-
the anonymous page. but
That stuff is crazy. Like some of
Yeah.
the stuff.
I
people-
read
I'm
it.
calling them out on my podcast or on the podcast here because I think
ridiculous.
it's really sad.
If you
Yeah.
have enough guts to be behind a freaking keyboard, then say who you like. You know what I mean? Don't hide it. I mean,
post your face on there and say who you are and
Yeah.
what your name is. I did it years ago because years ago I remember somebody posted my old business page on there, and they called me out on that page back then. Who was it called? It was ran by somebody,
I know who.
Page County something. I forget.
I
But
know. It's,
they posted me. Oh, they blasted me so bad on that page. Well, I came on there in active addiction, honey, and just put it all out there of who I was and what I was gonna do. And I even called out like I was getting ready to open up a recovery home and blah blah blah. But I was in active addiction
Right,
at that
right.
time, and I just
you wasn't in your right state of mind.
I wasn't in my right state of mind. But yet I was saying everything that was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
so
was
some,
calling
you
it
must
out.
have been in your right.
I
state.
mean,
right. Yeah.
Subconsciously, you knew
something was-
something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Something was gonna happen.
But they made fun of me. Everybody in this county thought, Lord, honey, she is nuts.
And if you have nothing else better to do with your life than sit on be anonymous on Facebook and
Well,
just post
it's
some
also
random-
mean too.
Yeah, right. It is mean.
You're
But
you're
if you
kicking
have-
people while they're at their lowest,
Yes.
while they're down. And I don't understand why people want to do that to other
Like
people.
I tell my little
Yeah.
girl all the time because they have trouble with bullying. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, and
Yeah.
I'm telling them, I'm like, Bella, all they're doing is trying to make your life miserable because their life is probably miserable or they're going through
Yep.
something
Something at
really hard
home,
in their
yeah.
right. So don't take it offensive. Just roll with it. Just
Yes.
tell them thank you, have a good blessed day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or God loves you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's hard to do though.
Yeah, I know.
That's one thing. Like that's one thing.
But I'm
that
trying to teach my kids to be
yeah.
humble. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to
but that's all it is they're trying to get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah.
it with my son all the time because his ADHD, as soon as you say something to him, if he doesn't like it, he responds back usually. And it's usually a negative response.
Well, sure.
And I tell him all the time, the only reason why they say stuff to you is because they want to see you act up so you get in trouble.
Yep.
Because
Mhm.
they may be the one causing it, but you're going to be the one to get in trouble when you act out on it.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
right. What is the saying? Is it mean people or what is it called? Mean people or hurt people hurt people.
Yes.
And that
And
is
yes,
the
that is
truth.
true. Yes.
Hurt people
Amen.
do hurt
Mhm.
people, and that's just facts. So and so Brandy's left our table because her daughter is coming tonight. So I'm guessing her daughter's here. But
Yeah.
anyway, we'll keep on going. So yeah, anyway, with conviction, back to the conviction thing. So conviction is when you're starting to feel conviction in life and you're starting to feel these feelings of like, oh my gosh, I'm doing wrong, when you never felt these feelings at all. I think you're on the right track.
Yes. Amen.
I think it's
yes.
we can say that you're on the right
getting-
road
yeah.
there.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, recognizing is the biggest
Yes.
part. If you don't
Definitely.
recognize it, then you're never going to solve
Especially when you're sober, though, I feel like because you feel all those new feelings. Like when I was in jail, I'll admit I felt all those new feelings that I'd never felt before, or that I just did drugs to numb. And I feel like a newborn baby. Like I'm like, oh my god, where are all these feelings coming from? Like, why do I feel like this?
Yeah, like started
Yeah.
you was crying out
Yes,
of
like
nowhere, and
nowhere.
everything. Hey,
Hi,
girlfriend,
Maddie.
there's Maddie. Maddie's gonna say hi to the world. Come on over here and say hi, girl.
Say hi, Maddie.
Yay. Is that comments under the?
yeah, it is. I can't see.
I
who
can't
it is.
see them neither.
Timmy, can you come over here and poke your head around and see who commented?
So anyway, yeah, we was just saying, Brandy, hurt people hurt people.
Yes.
Baby.
Yeah. Do you want to
On that
put
side.
your opinion on that?
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, the first time I ever heard that was in jail, Francesca.
Yeah.
And like I thought about it and I was like, that's so true because the cycle repeats itself unless you do have a change.
Yeah.
Well, Maxwell reached out and said, "Hi, Dad."
Aw. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And
No
this is
bloopers
Maddie.
today.
I was just talking about her just a few minutes
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
My
Yes.
girl.
Yes, Miss
Maddie.
Maddie.
Yes, thank you, Maxwell.
Maxwell wants to come. You want to come say, hey, this is Maxwell, Jeremy's son. Aw, yay. So yeah, this is what the beautiful thing about it is when you're in
It's all
recovery,
about
when the
family.
babies start coming around, when you
Mhm.
actually build that trust back with your kids again. When you start, oh, it's okay. It's all right, baby. When you actually start getting, your life
Yes.
back together,
And it
when you
feels
can have your
normal.
kids and you have your life and
Mhm.
this is what life's all about.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
and you can get it too. If you're out there and you're in active addiction and you feel like you can't never get it back, guys, what can you say to anybody out there in active
You-
addiction
you
right
most-
now? And use this
You
time.
most definitely
This
can get
is
it back.
this is proof right here.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like I was at my worst where I couldn't even have her unsupervised.
Yeah.
And now I can, So that right there is enough. What's the word I'm looking for? Incentive to just keep going
Yeah.
forward because everything's getting better and it's
Yes.
just everything. So
Everything-
life is so much better now.
And if
Yeah.
anybody tells you you're not worth it or you're not enough or you'll never make it, they're all like, yeah, they're all lying. Like I said, like Andrew said, getting our kids back, getting our life back, back to normal, just having a support group is really good too.
Yeah. What about you, Jeremy? Anything you want to say?
I mean, if you're ready to do it, then you can do it. I mean, you just gotta stick with it and keep trying. I mean, usually addiction and something will trigger you to just stop one day. Hopefully, my kids that they did that for me. Like I say, I just went through a divorce, so things get hard, but they always get easier. They put you through. God put you through the hardest stuff for a reason. So
Yeah.
What's one of the recovery slogans? It works if you work it.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So that's how that's where we're at. I mean, that's exactly everything they said is exactly right. I mean, it works if you work it. You gotta every day just put the work in. When the cravings hit, when the want hits, when the desire hits to go out here and mess it all up, you have to fight. You have to fight with all you have, turn to other people, reach out for help, even when you think you're too uppity up or too good or you've came too far not to reach out, you still reach out because you're not too far, anybody. I don't care if you're
Not too
10
above
years.
or too below.
That's
Right.
right. I don't care if you're 10 years in sobriety, 20 years in sobriety, 30 years in sobriety. If you get in a point in your life where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to go throw it all away, don't throw it all away.
Plus, it
You-
helps too if you look back and see what all you lost and what all you have gained back. That helps
Yes,
a big.
the
it's-
cycle has
yeah.
got to stop. And
Yeah.
then not only that, but if you are thinking about recovery and you're thinking about starting the sobriety road, reach out to us because we will help you. So with that being said, Saturday, we are here at Jean's, the Recovery House at 270 West Main Street in Stanley, and we're going to be starting our breakfast at 8:30. We have a guest coming here to help on breakfast at I think he's going to come at 7:30 that morning to start on breakfast for the community. So this is a community event. If you're starting to think about the road to recovery, this is a great time for you to come out and be with us.
We have great
Yes.
Bible study.
We're inviting you out.
Mhm.
So come out and join us on Saturday morning at 8:30.
Mhm.
You're going to have breakfast with all of us. And if it's so many people, then you can come outside. We can all go outside. If it's cold, rainy, dress warm and go outside. But we'll all
We
be
always ma-
here.
we always make it work.
Yep, we make
Yep.
it work. And we'll do breakfast, we'll do Bible study, we'll come down here on podcast. And then is it going to be ER Church?
No, not this Saturday again. They're going to Richmond.
I think it is.
I think it's Richmond. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Richmond.
Okay, so that's what we'll do here on Saturday. And then if you can read these are the upcoming things.
All of them.
Yep.
Okay. So we have Page County Sheriff's Department. Is that one or no? top one or no?
No, just the
Okay.
second one. Yeah.
Celebrate Recovery is Mondays at 6 p.m. and they do have childcare provided. and that's at Main Street Baptist Free Indeed at 6:30 on Tuesday nights. Childcare provided, and that's at Newport Road in Shenandoah. 23 West Main AA at noon. The Rec Center is looking for donations for Andre King. His cash app is money sign Living Legacy Luray. Valley Rise Above, they have a cash app. It's Valley Rise Above. We need a bathroom. First Steps to Freedom is 3:30 Shen Elk Plaza at 7 o'clock on Thursdays. New Life Recovery at Grace Covenant in Harrisonburg is at 6:30.
It gets a little messy down in
I was
there.
about to
So
say,
let's see what we got. All right. So the Hellfighters,
Yeah.
the event that's on April 24th through the 27th, we are fully booked on that trip. But if you are interested in still going with us, you can still reach out. And Terry said that he can give you guys the location or like where you can book at, and you could just book separately, but we could still all meet up and still, get together. You just won't be with us.
Staying with us.
Staying with
Right,
us,
right,
but you
gotcha.
would be in the same area, so we could still meet up and hang out. Pastor Tim is doing the fourth Friday of every month open mic at his church, and then this month here we're focusing on health and fitness. And on Saturday we have Danielle coming to the house, which is a huge fitness girl that is at the gym just about every morning. And she's there just about every morning when I go. And I'm sure her story is amazing. She's going to come to visit the house and be with us. And if anyone else is out there that wants to share their health and fitness story, please reach out to us and let us know.
Pastor Tim has something going on Friday night.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the church it's like a
Oh, so when they were overseas, they had to like do church. You know what I mean? Because of course they don't accept it over there. So he's having something like that Friday from like 7 to 1 in the morning. It's kind of like a hide in church. It's like Bible study. It's like all 6 hours gonna be nothing but Bible study.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I figured I'd tell everybody about
Okay,
that too.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. No childcare for that, but
No childcare
yeah.
for that one. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, you guys.
thank you.
Anything?
Thank you,
anybody else?
guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Have a good
stay
evening.
safe, guys. Bye.
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 Y'all want to talk? Say bye.
Wait a minute. Daddy? You look purple.